What does it mean to be a woman today?
It's an interesting time to be a woman today, at least my kind, like me. Every woman has her own individual journey. But I think it's an interesting time because of the fact that there's an environment where women around the world are banding together and for each other.
Whether it's Pariniti, Alia or Shraddha, I think they are supremely talented. I always call them up after their work and talk to them about the work that they do because I think they're the generation forward. First of all, मुझे तो सबसे बड़ी problem इस बात से है कि हम इस film को woman oriented बोलेंगे, but if you see a hero in the same poster, you'll never call it a male oriented film. Gender bias से वो हमारी सबसे बड़ी problem है.
I loved your action scenes. There's a scene where you say, you dumbass, and then you beat the hell out of that guy. We really love that. What is that like?
It took a lot because I had to be like, how do I say this line in a convincing way? Because that character, Anders Davik, is played by an incredible actor called Roland Moller, and he's a big guy. And as much as he's like funny and we get on really well, he's huge. So I really had to use my entire body's force to fight him. But I really relied, like I said, on Joe Russo. He's the king of cool, and David Wheel, our showrunner. They just kind of help you embody the characteristics of it. But it was a fun line to say to that big guy.
What does it mean to be a woman today?
It's an interesting time to be a woman today, at least my kind, like me. Every woman has her own individual journey. But I think it's an interesting time because of the fact that there's an environment where women around the world are banding together and for each other. It's probably the first time in my lifetime that I am seeing all of these women come together and encourage each other and stand by each other and say and stand up for each other, and to see men around them, the incredible feminist men who stand for these women. So it's an interesting environment. Yes, there's a lot of work to be done and a lot of people who this has not reached to. But it's great to be in a place where you can do that.
Feminist men like Farhan Akhtar.
Farhan, Sid, Roy Kapoor, my husband, all of the men, especially surrounding this film, Ronnie, they standing by female filmmakers, standing by women with female parts, and just our beliefs, and it's amazing.
You also asked that do you feel challenged by the younger actresses today? So you mentioned that they are hugely talented. Alia, Shraddha and Pariniti to me are really stars to look out for. They are great kids, great girls and supremely talented, but I also know that there is no one who can do what I do. I don't know what it is, but whatever I do, I know that I add something to it, be it small or big. There is a quality about me that is very individual to me.
I believe every actor is signed because they bring something to a film which is individual to them. And those actors become stars who have that individuality. I have become what I am today because somewhere the audience feels, यार इसको देखने में अच्छा लगता है. The same way it happens with my contemporaries, the same way it will happen for the next generation and the next generation, whether it's male or female. We don't like Me Too's. जब भी कोई आता है ना जो किसी और की तरह है, audience को नहीं अच्छा लगता. You have to have individuality. So I am very content in my individuality. Whether it's Pariniti, Alia or Shraddha, I think they are supremely talented. I always call them up after their work and talk to them about the work that they do because I think they're the generation forward. I don't have insecurities because by God's grace, I'm doing really great work. And जब तक मुझे लोग देखना पसंद करेंगे, मैं दिखाई दूंगी. जब नहीं देखना पसंद करेंगे, मैं कुछ और करूंगी.
You've said in an interview that the way you intersperse between Hollywood and Bollywood, you don't see it as two different worlds. It is the way you look at it, the way you approach it. How has this entire experience of working in two different industries as an innovative producer yourself and an entertainer yourself, how has it changed your entire perspective?
I think I've been exposed to a lot of global entertainment, which I think generally as a world we are all being, because of streaming, we're all being exposed to it. But I think meeting filmmakers and people who worked in different parts of the world with an easier access, I guess, is very interesting to see people who think differently than what I may have been used to or familiar with. I think that sort of is the only different thing. But besides that, I feel like the language of cinema, it's the same. You know, you have to stand on a mark, you have to say a line, you have a director who's asking you to dig deep. You have a producer who's saying jaldi karo. It's the same things. So I think the only thing that's the only difference for me.
First of all, मुझे तो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम इस बात से है कि हम इस फिल्म को वुमन ओरिएंटेड बोलेंगे, बट इफ यू सी अ हीरो इन द सेम पोस्टर यू विल नेवर कॉल इट अ मेल ओरिएंटेड फिल्म. जेंडर बायस से वो हमारी सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. एज अ फीमेल एक्ट्रेस, इफ आई हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट female actresses and say, because I'm honest and I always get into trouble because of my honesty, the fact is that see the film for what it is ना. अगर इसमें लड़का हो या लड़की हो, सपोज ये कहानी विजेंद्र सिंह के ऊपर होती और इसको कोई हीरो कर रहा होता, आप नहीं कहते ना ये मेल डोमिनेटेड फिल्म जो हम देखने जा रहे हैं.
To be honest, it's not about the gender bias, but the idea is that more meatier rather than playing second fiddle to the heroes.
But I gave you examples of 4 films right now.
That is
where
I totally agree with
you
that.
cannot take credit away from those girls.
And Chennai Express as well. That is something that is definitely
exactly there. And that is the change in the movie business today. You'll see it's a brilliant change. जहाँ पे लड़कियों को जो पिछले 10-15 सालों में नहीं हो रहा था, आजकल चाहे आप फैशन देख लो, डर्टी पिक्चर कहानी देख लो, क्वीन देख लो, मर्दानी देख लो, मैरी कॉम देख लो, these are female centric incredible movies. But at the same time you will see in commercial mainstream films with main heroes, you will see girls making a space for themselves. Like for example Ram Leela, Chennai Express, Rajneeti, which was an ensemble, but Katrina Kaif stood out. Me and Ileana in Barfi, it was a 100 crore film, big, stood out. You can't deny the girls anymore. And writers are writing it. That's the beauty of the change that is happening. But to me, it is very difficult and it's scary for an actor, female, to stand on the poster yourself. It's a very dicey situation because we are such a male-dominated world, whether it's Bollywood or Hollywood. People watch a film and say, अरे आर्टी होगी या female oriented film है, उसको आप automatically niche में डाल देते हो. Till that changes, which I hope it does because I see it changing. Slowly you will see this beautiful change happening where you see people watching a film because अच्छी film है. You watch मर्दानी से रानी यार fabulous, क्या तोड़ा है क्या फोड़ा है and all great. Female or it's a good film.